Ilegal. Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. ¿Cuál es mejor, Trump or Joe Biden?
John Biden, de igual manera.
Joe Biden. Trump or Joe Biden?
John Biden.
Trump or Joe Biden?
John Biden.
Joe Biden. Trump or Joe Biden?
Es el Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. We're asking for Joe Biden to help us accomplish our dreams here, and so we can get ahead.
Migrants near the southern border in Arizona revealing which presidential candidate they prefer when it comes to illegal immigration, as both Trump and Biden are heading to the border this week on Thursday. Fox and Friends Weekend co-host Rachel Campos Duffy talked to those migrants and is here with more from her exclusive reporting.
We're on an Indian reservation right at the border. This is a soft shelter. This is the first stop for these illegal immigrants. Then they're getting loaded on buses and taken to deportation centers to be processed. Let's go in and see if we can talk to some of them. ¿De dónde vienen? Where are you coming from? De Puebla, Mexico. What do you expect to do now that you're here in the United States? I'm looking for a safe place for the children. But she's afraid of the violence where she lives. ¿Y de qué quieres trabajar? I'm asking her what she wants to do for work. She said she'll do whatever work she can find. Why did you decide to do it this way and not the official way?
Bueno, yo lo considero urgente.
I feel like it's urgent
Salir de donde estoy porque,
to get out of where I was at.
por ejemplo, a mi vecino lo mataron.
My neighbor was killed. I did it for my children. Since I used to be a policeman and I had threats against me. I just want my son to escape the delinquency and the crime in Mexico. He said the cartels are worse than ever now because of just so much corruption. You know, everyone I spoke to here is Mexican. At least they say they're from Mexico, as far as we know. They all say the exact same thing. I'm escaping crime. I'm escaping threats to my life from criminal cartels. One man told us that, you know, the cartels have never been stronger. That corruption is at its sky high right now in Mexico. Obviously, this operation, this human trafficking operation, is fueling that. This is from Guatemala. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
18.
He's 18 years old. He plans to be a painter when he gets here. ¿Y tus padres dónde están? Where are your parents?
En Guatemala.
In Guatemala. ¿Tú vienes con otra familia? Do you have other family here?
Solo.
Solo. Estás triste, yo veo.
Ah, más o menos.
I asked him if he's sad, and he said yeah. He says, I came from Guatemala. It took me about a month to get here. So his wife is pregnant, and his daughter tiene 5 años? No, 4. His daughter's 4 years old. They're going to Florida. Who's waiting for you in Florida?
Un tío de mi esposa.
His wife's uncle. He's going to Davie, Florida, and this is how he knows. He's got the phone number, and this is how he knows where he's going. He was kidnapped in Mexico, but his wife is traumatized from what happened. They kidnapped him for about a week. They stole all of our money. He said that when he was kidnapped, it was immigration, U.S. immigration, that found him, and they were able to escape that way. He was walking for about a month. He's come from Ecuador.
Ecuador.
¿Cuánto pagaste para poder venir? How much did you pay to be able to come here?
Gastado creo que como $3,000 arriba.
About $3,000. She claims that she didn't have to pay anyone to come over, that she just came on her own. I have no idea if that's true.
No, es por todos.
Por todos. He says he paid about $5,000 for it. Said I sold the car to have enough money to cross over. ¿Cuántos días para llegar?
Casi el mes.
Took me about a month to get here. ¿Seguro en El Salvador que aquí?
No, yo digo que está más seguro aquí.
I asked him why he didn't just go to El Salvador, which seems to be pretty safe. It's the safest place in the Western Hemisphere. And he said, well, he heard it was safe here too. So Ainsley, many of the stories that they told me sound very much the same. They're clearly being coached by the cartels, but they're also being coached by government, U.S. government-paid NGOs. And what I gathered from this trip, what really struck me the most is that these massive waves of immigrants that are coming through, it is impossible to process them without the help of these NGOs. And these NGOs have the added benefit of being able to operate in secret, in a way without the same kind of oversight that, say, a government
agency would have. And so, you know, look, everyone's making money. The NGOs are making money. The hotels that they eventually end up in are at full capacity, charging 2 to 3 times the rate to the U.S. taxpayers. And then, of course, the Democrat Party, the U.S. government gets what they want, which is a new wave of immigrants, perhaps future voters. It's hard to see why they would want this.
Yeah, when you see all the shelters set up in the buses and they say, here's our chance, this is our chance to escape wherever we were originally from. And then you hear them say they support Joe Biden. I mean, it's obvious that they see this as this is the time. They have, what, 9 more months until Donald Trump could be back in office, and this is the chance. And then also these other countries, why aren't they cleaning up their acts? They're having to sell cars and pay money. These cartels are in charge. There's so much corruption. It should be up to these other countries to clean up their own governments. Thank you so much, Rachel. You've done an amazing job.
We've got a welcome sign, so
exactly.
That's why they're taking this opportunity.
Exactly. All right.